Alright, we've all but mastered the mole concept, our new way of quantifying all of the different materials around us. You and I have used these tools individually as one-offs to help us with a situation. What I want you to now recognise is that these tools all tie in seamlessly with one another. If you have a look at the diagram I have here on the screen, we have right in the centre our mole, the measure for chemists. It's our quantity. And you can see we can fan out from that point. Once we know the number of moles, we can find anything. We could turn it into a number of atoms, a number of molecules, a mass, a volume, concentration, anything. What we're going to do throughout this topic is have a look just at a couple of examples together where we're using multiple tools to move from one point on the diagram to another. So we'll take a question, pull it apart, find our path of attack, and then we'll go about solving them. What mass of potassium permanganate, KMnO4, is present in 35.8 millilitres of 0.955 molar potassium permanganate solution. Right. Lots of information there. When you've got a question with lots of information coming at you, my advice to you, pull the question apart, pull out the useful information, and start with the most important thing. People are asking you a question for a reason, they want an answer. What do they want to know? It says, what mass? So jot it down, make a note. Mass is, that's my question. Then go through the question. What other information do we have? It says, what mass of potassium permanganate is present in 35.8 mils? 35.8 mils? That's a volume. So jot it down. Keep reading through. Of 0.955 molar, now we have a concentration. Concentration is 0.955 molar. And we're at the end of the question. So this is all the information we've got. Let's head over to our tool belt and see how we can use that information to help us around. We've got a volume, we've got a concentration, and we want a mass. So looking at your tool belt here, you can see that we have a concentration and a volume. So up here we've got our concentration and volume, and we're after this one over here. We want to find a mass. You can see that we can use this equation here, N equals CV, to move into the middle to have our number of moles. Once we have the number of moles, anything's possible. We can move over to the side here to find our mass. So this is going to be a two-step process. Moles first, using the equation N equals CV, followed by the mass, just using our molar masses from our periodic table. So from our tool belt, we've decided these are the two equations to use. Let's have a go at finishing this up. So first of all, we need to find that number of moles. We need to get into the center of the diagram, and we're going to do that using this equation here. Number of moles equals concentration times volume. Our concentration from the question, 0.955 molar, times our volume from the question, 35.8 mils. I know you haven't forgot that volume must be in litres. So divide by 1,000, shift that decimal place 3 places, and that will give you 0.0342 moles. Now that we know the number of moles, anything we like can be found. In this question, they were after the mass. So to find our mass, we're going to take our number of moles and multiply by our molar mass for this compound. So I can say that the mass is number of moles times my molar mass. The number of moles is just what I've done all the hard work calculating. Times, I now need to find the molar mass of this compound. To find the molar mass, just like we did in the last topic, I need to add up the molar mass of each individual atom that makes up this compound. So I've got a potassium atom, 39.10. I've got a manganese, 54.94. And I've got 4 oxygens, so that'll be 4 times 16. Add them all up, and you'll get 158.04. So I can use that as my molar mass. And that gives me a final mass of 5.40 grams. So you can see in this example, we've now combined our skills, number of moles, masses, molar masses, concentrations and volumes, and used various parts of our tool belt to answer a question that required several of these steps at once. Nothing new, nothing you haven't done before, just putting all of these skills that you've got together. Now that you're more comfortable with these skills, in the next topic we're going to talk about what we can do with these new skills, what we can do with the mole concept. Again, it's some pretty powerful and amazing stuff. We'll talk about those possibilities next time.